great marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that fat stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The weirdest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is 420 on another hashtag Weed Wednesday, and you are here in the cipher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best bud, Mr. JB Perez.
What's up? That's right. The best day of the week. Hashtag Week Wednesdays, the day that you guys have been waiting for. Shout out to you. We're the Podheads. You're in the cipher. Hashtag Week Wednesday. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that spot. We're live again. WJHM102jams.com. What else? Heck yeah, man. In the cipher. Yeah, let's do it. Another great episode. 96.
Yes, sir. That's episode 96. Free Britney, I guess. We're going to be talking about Britney Spears a little bit today. But it's not by any means our main story. We've got some other good stuff to talk about, including Sha'Carri Robinson, right? Jovenel Moïse. Who? Right? Who? Exactly. Edward Cagney Matthews, another who or maybe famous person.
Gotta make him famous in this
And Wally
episode.
Funk. Who? Today's full of crazy names. Today's full of interesting names. Everybody's like, who?
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good one, guys. I got my 420 Roman numeral cap on. We're hanging out in the cipher. JB Perez.
Yeah.
You already know, guys. WJHM102jams.com. Get the app, right?
Yep.
Android, Apple. Speaking of Apple, I'm finally switching. I'm finally making
here to the guy. Yep.
I'm finally making the switch from Apple to from Android to Apple.
Oh, okay.
So I think that I got the Apple, the iPhone like 3 or the iPhone 5 was like the original iPhone that I ever got.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And then I was like, I can't stand this. Yeah. I got to go to Android, especially because I the thing. And I'm sorry about the delay. I haven't figured out why it's doing that. I'll figure that out. Anyway, I had Android for like 20 years.
Yeah, dude.
Like
yeah, you
crazy,
told me.
You know?
You were a Samsung guy.
Samsung.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can do whatever you want. You can watch whatever you want, third-party apps, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't do that stuff anymore anyway. Streaming services has kind of eliminated the needs for those things. And the Galaxy S20 plus 5G, whatever the hell that is. I know it's not the newest, but it's the one before this, the newest. Complete pile of trash.
Doo-doo.
Complete piece of shit.
And you told me something like they already came out with a 21. Like this
Not
phone
even
just
a year
came
later,
out a year later. That's how dog shit it was. They knew it was a big pile of shit.
Yeah, terrible device. It might as well have been a paperweight. The thing broke on me 3 times in cases. And that could be on me, but just generally it just sucked.
Okay.
And congratulations, Samsung. They've convinced the guy who's a lifelong Android user to switch to Apple because of how crappy
shitty products.
Shit is.
It's so funny you say that because just recently I was looking for stories to talk about. And there's one where the U.S. Joe Biden is gonna sign saying right to repair. That's happening here in the United States, and that just makes me think about it. It's like they make these shitty Apple, Samsung. We are stuck with those phones, and they can make that product as good or as bad as possible. We know that Apple, those things are designed to fail. It's in the design to fail so that you're in turn having to buy. So anyway, long story short, these piles of shit probably will change now because the laws are different. Now people are going to be able to get their hands in them. But I think it is real piece of shit.
Exactly.
So anyway, welcome.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, not that I'm in there or anything, but yeah.
It's going to be a good show.
Too.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's spin the weed wheel of Destiny.
Right.
If you don't know, if this is your first time watching, the weed wheel of Destiny is what decides how we smoke today. JB, I believe it's on you, sir. So
yes.
Please.
And I hope it's on pen because that's all I have today. July 4th just happened too, so I've been kind of back and forth, back between Massachusetts. So I've been all over the place. We've got. What is that? A blunt.
Can't, is it on a blunt or
Is
question
it?
mark?
Yeah.
Let's call it blunt. Well, I'll roll up a blunt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Nice. Nice.
Do
Good
it.
stuff. Okay.
Good, sir. Yeah. How was your July 4th? While I hit my pen.
July 4th was very chill, man. I had all the kiddies, all the children.
Okay.
All three of my boys for the summer. Of course, my oldest lives with me. The younger two lives with their mother. But we get them on the weekends and for the summer vacation and whatnot. So having all three for the entire for about 2 months, really fun, really good time. But between that, the dog, the wife, the girl, running my own business, doing this. Yeah, I'm exhausted. exhausted. So I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
On July 4th, I stood my ass home. And I relaxed.
You know what?
I smoked.
Sure.
I had a drink or two, and I chilled.
You just had to.
My neighbors were all doing fireworks, so I just looked out my window.
Yeah, just there it is.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
God, yeah.
Good
Nothing.
old state of Florida. I went to Massachusetts to spend time with my family up there. It is illegal to shoot fireworks in Massachusetts, number one. Number two, no one gave an F. I mean, literally, after the main fireworks, because the West Springfield, Western Mass every year has the fireworks. After the fireworks for about a good hour, and it happens every year. Pew, pew, pew. You see drones and pictures of the skyline are blowing up. So, yes, it is illegal.
People
Nobody
are
cares.
going out of state to buy the
Bingo.
fireworks?
They're
Is that
going
what's happening?
right across the border to New Hampshire, Vermont. I think New Hampshire.
I swear I was going to say New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
New Hampshire. There is a literal big old fireworks store on exit 1 coming from Massachusetts into New Hampshire. Like, that is a big deal. So, again, it's illegal, but yet they keep the avenues open. I never understood it. Let the people blow up their fingers if they want. I wonder how many people actually lost their fingers. You know?
I don't know.
I actually know somebody who died, got a mortar shot to the chest and died. You know, some hockey player, apparently an up and coming hockey player, was, I believe, at his coach's house, and they were in a jacuzzi, and one thing led to another. The mortar tipped over, shot out, and hit him in his chest. Died of trauma. Blunt force trauma to the chest.
That is insane.
So imagine that.
Bro.
You might have thought you lost some fingers. No, you might actually die, dude. Fireworks are dangerous.
Yeah, they're dangerous. We forget.
That's
a lot
why
of times during
Massachusetts.
these holidays, we kind of forget not only the spirit of the holiday, but just being careful. Being safe.
So yeah, July 4th was, I did that. I went to the Bronx Zoo. I told you. Your own stomping ground.
Yes. And I told him that, I went to high school right across the street from the Bronx Zoo, Roosevelt High School, only for a year.
Sure.
I barely went. But yeah, right across from Fordham University. I think it was every Wednesday or every Tuesday, free entrance to the zoo. So Bronx Zoo is an incredible place.
I'll say it like this. I've been one time before, and when I was really small, and I remember it being grand, awesome. The Bronx.
You were disappointed?
I was ultimately disappointed.
Really?
The gorillas were the best exhibit of the day, and they were just like chilling there. Yeah.
I haven't been to the Bronx Zoo as an adult either.
Okay,
So
I challenge you
just-
to go. I challenge you to
You
go.
just ruined the Bronx Zoo for
The
me,
churros weren't very
Oh,
good. The
God.
hamburger that cost me $40 for a family of 4 was terrible. Like, just all kind of just like the nitpicking of it all. The adult me, right? The Karen part of me was just like, nope, that sucked.
Yeah.
That sucked, Doug. Waste of money. Oh, the gorillas were cool because I saw all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And
When I was 8. When I was like 5 or 6 years old, I got lost at the Bronx Zoo.
Imagine how big the Bronx Zoo was when you're 5 years old.
How big the city is, bro. My brother, who was only 6 years old, who was only 2 years older than me.
Okay.
So I'm no older than 6.
Uh-huh.
Maximum 6 years old, right?
Okay.
So he's at the very oldest, 8 years old. And we got lost. We stopped to look at some lions, I think, or giraffes.
Uh-huh.
And we turned around and our family was gone.
What?
And me, even at that young age, knowing, maybe the TV PSAs, whatever, knowing that we should find a security,
Yes.
an adult, because they'll announce it, or if
Right.
mom looks for us, she'll go to them.
To them first.
Even at 5, 6 years
You
old, I
kinda
knew that.
knew, right.
No, my knucklehead brother decided, convinced me, not convinced me, but pretty much forced me
your ass
to
around.
walk out of the zoo. So at this, man, think about this. This is like the early 90s.
No.
Like a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old,
no.
8-year-old and 6-year-old walk by themselves out of the Bronx Zoo and stroll up the Bronx,
New York
bro.
City, huh?
We're walking up Fordham Road on our way to
nuts.
Davidson because that's where we lived and my brother knew it.
Uh-huh.
And you know, the world is small, right? We bumped into our cousin or our aunt, something like that,
Walking
in the
down
store,
the
who just
street.
happened to be shopping.
At the street.
She lived in Connecticut. She didn't even live in the area.
Oh,
So
holy
she just happened
shit.
to be
Okay.
shopping, and then, you
Wait
know.
a goddamn minute. What are you two doing down here?
Oh, we got
Why?
in so much trouble.
Hell yeah.
And I tried to say, I told him.
It
But
wasn't
he didn't
me.
want to listen. Yeah.
No, you're both. Yeah, you got
Bronx Zoo,
guilty by association. Yeah, the Bronx Zoo ultimately disappointed, but my daughter had a great time, and that's why we went.
Okay.
She loved every animal she saw, and the fireworks were great. So yeah, I had a good weekend.
Good
July
stuff,
4th.
nice.
Good to be back in the cipher, man.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Well, look, we got a couple minutes to break, so let's go ahead and get right into it,
Do
sir.
it!
Your favorite segment.
Give it to me. Clickbait. Yes.
Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Yeah, so
what
we
the
got a
internet's all
couple-
about, baby.
A couple pretty crazy stories today, guys. First and foremost, literally today. Jovenel Moïse, I believe it's pronounced, was assassinated. He's the president of Haiti.
Haitian president.
Yeah. So he was assassinated this morning, triggering a closing of the country's borders and a declaring of martial law.
Of course.
The acting prime minister who took over when he was killed, Claude Joseph, declared a state of siege, which is like the second level of like. There's like a state of emergency, state of siege, and a state of war.
Okay.
A
Makes
state
sense.
of siege basically was like, yeah, we're locking the whole country down. Nobody's in or out until we find out what's going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
So the problem is as shocking as this was to me, I had no idea. But according to according to a lot of research that I read, many news reports, this guy is like a former. He's like an old remnant of like the old dictator party that was there, that was like established like in the 30s or 40s.
Sure.
Or maybe even long before that, I believe.
Okay.
Anyway, so this guy is like one step up from a dictator. Many people believe that he is just kind of faking, hiding behind the guise of democracy, or he was for that matter. There's been numerous protests. And since 2016, the U.S. has been applying pressure to this guy to hold elections.
Yeah.
Because since 2016, he was a declared president by only like less than 20% of the country's vote.
Okay, and then he just decided to take it anyway.
And hasn't held an election since.
Okay,
So,
with those facts, my feelings are a little different because I don't know anything about Haitian government or the country at all. But to get assassinated in 2021, the president of a country is killed. Like I didn't really think that was going to happen ever again, let alone actually happen. But, that's the way of the world. Like I told you, churches were being burned in Canada. Like people, especially if you're on the wrong side of the argument, whichever side you're on, like, but if you're on the dictator side of it, right, the evil, quote unquote, side of it, it doesn't look good for you. People are seemingly fighting back. Now, granted, no one should get killed, but damn, assassinated in your own home, I read. Imagine that, getting at your house with your wife, and they come in and take you out, man.
Yeah, he was shot. His wife was shot too.
See what I'm saying?
So he was killed in front of his wife. The wife was shot. His son was in the room too. But listen, we gotta go to break. I'll give you some more facts when we come back. We'll be right back. It's the Podheads.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched before, then you already know we gotta take these breaks for radio. We're actually over by a freaking minute.
It's all right. We'll just be short on next time.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So,
yeah. If you're on Instagram, I don't know what's happening. It doesn't look like our Instagram feed popped up. But Instagram, we'll give it to you, man. Instagram does make it a little hard for streamers, like live streamers.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about. Because Facebook makes it easy, but they're owned by Facebook. So what's up, Instagram, man? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Their thing. But we gotta step up our social media stuff. We've been slacking in that aspect of things. We're just really been trying to get the show, the look, the technology the way we want it. And it seems like, man, we need to kick up the power. I thought I had some pretty good equipment, but I think I'm gonna have to buy or build a PC that's made for
Specific,
putting out this
yeah.
kind of output.
I mean, that's live, man.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody goes live, and you need the power behind it. It is not just magic getting these signals across the world. Like, you need some oomph behind this. Need some money.
So that being said, shout out to those on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram if it's working. I have no idea. I don't see. I see. I can't tell from my end. Anyway,
Well, better come back then.
yeah, when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this, about
Crazy.
about this clickbait here. But this guy apparently was accused of taking money in aid for COVID, and there's been no record of this money going like to the people.
Oh, yeah, put that on record there.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not one for violence, but I also understand a lot. You know what I mean? If you're crooked, here in America, you probably won't get assassinated, but it's 2021. You can't hide
Bring us back from break.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
All right, you're back in the cipher with the Podheads. JB Perez, Frank the Tank, rolling a fatty over there because we went there. Let's go. Blunt work. You're back. Shout out to you for sticking with us live here. # Weed Wednesday. The Haitian president, before we move on, that is still such a crazy story, but a quick fact you just told me, like, this guy's a crook, bro. He's a scam artist, right?
Yeah, I mean, according to reports, he took money in aid for COVID-19, assistance.
See what I'm saying?
And there's no record of any of it go to the people. There's a numerous, and I didn't do all the research on it just because the guy's dead and gone now. But essentially, if you do the research, you'll find that you probably saw this coming if you were paying attention to Haitian news. Yeah. But like you said, it's pretty amazing that in 2021, people are still pulling off presidential assassinations. Yeah, well, even in places like Haiti.
Not even. Well, you know what? That actually is not so surprising. The surprising thing to me is that dude is embezzling COVID funds and didn't think he was gonna get away with it. Like, I'm not for violence, right? I'm not for violence, but I get it. You know what I mean? If a lot of people, especially in third world countries, died because of COVID, money that was supposed to help them out, you're taking food from their plate, right? Literal food from their mouth. They're probably gonna fight back, and I think this is kind of part of it. I guess rest in peace, Haitian president. Even if you deserved it, I don't know.
Jovenel Moïse.
All right.
Next thing on clickbait.
Clickbait.
I love that. Edward Cagney Matthews. Look at this. Look at that handsome fella. That's his mugshot, by the way. Because this guy was just arrested. If you haven't been paying attention to social media, it's been trending all over. This guy was just arrested by New Jersey police officers.
Yeah, they got him
for intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation. I think hate crime was one of the charges. In
harassment
there too.
and bias intimidation.
There you go.
After a woman accused him of continually harassing her. He was taken into custody, I think it was Monday night, after a large crowd of protesters gathered outside his home. So we got a couple videos of everything that led up to it.
Yeah,
so
just check it out. If you don't know, just watch.
Brandon, you have no idea what you're getting involved in. Don't talk to me. And if you want to be involved in this, I'm going to talk to whoever I want. Exactly.
There is
you know what happened?
Not
the last one?
I know what you did. They've been arguing for minutes. This is the long.
Dude,
this is where it really gets
Cookie's
nasty.
windows got shot out with a shotgun. I don't care. 222s to their fucking front face. In Cherry Hill, their fucking daughter got smashed. Exactly. Is that what you want? No. And you want to know where I was when all this happened? I don't care. At work, monkey. I don't care where you were.
Wow.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking monkey niggers out of here. You can't do shit.
I was at work.
That's me talking shit.
I can do whatever you want.
3602 Gramercy Way. That's where I live. Come fucking see me.
And then he says, "Come get me. I'm at this house."
Yeah, dude,
idiot.
Put his address out and said, "Come get me." Well, that's exactly what the freak. That's exactly what happened. I'm trying to keep it PG here, but that's exactly what happened. You had tons of freaking people show up, but before that, the police were called on him, and then he started going crazy on the police.
Pretty much, the harassed couple called the cops, and then look at him, he's pointing at the cops. What are you doing here, guy? You don't have no jurisdiction here.
Wait, hold on. You know what? Hold on. No. I'm going to let you do your thing. Go talk to these fucking niggers. Go ahead. Fuck you. Go talk to the niggers. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have.
And just be racist as F, bro. Just blatantly racist and acting like nothing's going to happen. Same point I just had. How do you act like this in 2021 and not expect some sort of repercussion?
And then this is what it led to. This is poetic justice.
Got him.
So over 100 people, and I know the audio is loud, so I'll give you a second to watch it. Pretty crazy. Really freaking crazy. Okay, so basically, let me kill this camera because we're having technical issues so bad today. I'm not sure what the hell is going on.
Yep. Still rocking.
All right, we're gonna rock with the wide shot for the rest of the show. It's all good. All right, so anyway, yeah, so
good.
You heard him, you saw the video, and that's pretty much just over 100 people gathered outside his house.
Them.
Prompting police to guard his door. You know what I'm saying? So after, like, I don't know, I guess the police felt pressure.
Yes,
to
that's
do
exactly
something,
what it
maybe
was.
to save his ass.
Maybe. To
Took his
appease
ass to
the
jail.
masses,
Charged him
yeah.
with harassment and bias.
And I'm okay with that because initially I was like, I hated everything about that guy representative, but he did just talk. He was just saying shit. But it's an ongoing thing. He's constantly harassing this couple, older couple, getting up to their face, like harassment. He's what he went to jail for. So this is,
you can have your beliefs. You want to be a racist? Be a racist. You want to be anti or you want to be homophobic? Do your thing. But what you don't have a right to do is make other people suffer or intimidate other people because of your feelings.
Exactly.
So, and that's what this guy was doing. It was repeated. These guys the victims here showed an incredible amount of restraint because I would have been. I would have shot him. I don't think I would have been. I would have probably shot him and said, I felt threatened. He was on my property.
There are parts of that video where he got like this to the sun and did the chest bump. As soon as there's physical touch, I know a lot of the law is behind you, bro. He chest bumped at me and I took him down. That's probably what should have happened, but... good on them for holding restraint and calling the cops. Ultimately, what you're supposed to do if he wasn't attacking you. But screw this guy, man. He'll probably get out with nothing. But I think it just precedent. Maybe I don't know.
He's still in jail right now, so that's good. I don't know what the charges carry, like what kind of sentence.
Yeah.
But either way, I think that he's gonna learn a lesson.
Yeah, he'll rethink.
He'll think twice before he starts.
And I love how he took out his video recording the whole thing, like how that's going to help your case. Like 2021 people, there are no secrets anymore. No. Okay.
And he said in an interview, I've never been a racist. He said, I have made mistakes, said slurs out of anger or being drunk. I may not be able to relate to communities of color, but I'm not a racist. He never apologized. He admitted that what he did at that point was wrong, but he never showed any kind of remorse. He's a dickhead. Yeah. And if you want to write this guy, I don't know his inmate number, but he's being held at the Burlington County Jail in New Jersey. So I'm just saying, and Burlington County is a really nice place.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. So it's a little affluent, so I could see, this guy having a little bit of money, feeling some kind of way. But like I said, don't be afraid to write the guy. Find out. Hey, I'm sure he loves some fans. Let him know how you feel.
He challenged the people. Like again, it went viral for the way he was acting. And again, people act like him all the day, but when you challenge the people or you harass people, we don't. I say we, but I feel for the guy. I saw the video. He was fucking nasty, bro. Calling them monkeys and nigger and all that stuff. Like, he was being nasty.
Yeah, you deserve that and much more.
Bye.
But let's move on to some lighter news. Actually, this story I'm really excited about, bro. Wally and Jeff.
Who?
Jeff Bezos. Everybody knows who Jeff Bezos is.
Another guy I love to hate.
Do you know who Wally Funk is?
No idea, but it has an awesome name. Sounds like a guitarist.
Wally
badass
Funk
name.
is, I believe, an 82-year-old former astronaut trainee.
Okay.
She was a pilot, instructor, aviator, all kinds of
so
cool
not just
stuff.
a random. Okay.
Yeah. And thanks to Jeff Bezos, she's going to actually beat John Glenn's record for the oldest person in space. Right?
What?
Tell me that's not cool.
Okay, is it the principle? I don't know, because I'm about to get on principle of all this shit.
So,
but the idea...
Blue Origins, right? Blue Origins, Jeff Bezos' space company.
Yes.
Shepard.
I like that.
The Shepard rocket
ship or whatever, right?
is going to carry him, her, and a few other people up to space.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Love
What's
it.
wrong?
Absolutely love it. What I have a problem with is this like billionaire space race that's happening right now. Okay, between Jeff Bezos and what's his other face? Elon Musk, Richard Branson, all of them. Like these rich billionaires are just literally, I don't say literally, but spending a lot of money when, I don't know, there are other things to worry about in the world. Like literally these people could change the world. And yeah, here taking an 80-year-old granny into space. Like, I get it. Maybe he saw that story of the baseball bat girl that was like 80 years old and finally got inspired. I don't know. Listen, I'm cool with it. I love space. I love technology. But when Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson and the richest people in the world do this feel so nonchalant about it. Like, go into space? Yeah, let's take 80-year-old granny into space because I can. Like, that just to me seems so ingenuine.
I don't think it's got to do with just because he can, okay? Wally Funk in 1961 became one of the famous Mercury 13 women who made it through NASA's Women in Space program. So this was a special program, and she was only 21 years old. And she was actually one of the front runners in class. She spent 10 hours, which was a record at the time, in a sensory deprivation tank. Okay. That's like 7 hours longer than John Glenn did, by the way.
Interesting.
So, yeah, okay.
Very interesting.
So now she's basically since then, because she never really got her chance to go into space, she's been lobbying to the federal government to send women into space. She has spent decades as an aviator, flight instructor, and now on July 20th, she's going to fly with Jeff Bezos. John Glenn, in 1998, was the oldest person to ever fly into space at 77 years old. Mm-hmm. She's going to break that record by what? By
3 years, something like that?
I mean, 82 years old.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully she's all right. She's only going to spend 11 minutes up there.
Okay, I'm not bashing on Miss Wally freaking Funk. That's a hell of a name, and obviously she's more than qualified. In a time where women were kind of shunned, hated on, or whatever the word is, glass ceiling stuff, it's cool to see this. But because Jeff Bezos is assigned to it, like I can't.
Why do you hate women, JB?
I don't hate women.
Why do you hate female? Why do you think women don't deserve to get space?
Don't say that at all. Why not take a Blue Origin and fill them with 8 women 80-year-old? Like, you could do so much more with your money than what you're doing, and I feel so
listen, if this makes you feel better, there's 6 passengers on this plane. Jeff Bezos' brother, Funk, along with an auctioneer, like a guy who won an auction, won a seat as the highest bidder. To ride on this flight. Rich guy. He spent $28 million for this seat, okay? But the money is going to go to the Club for the Future, which is the company's science and technology outreach organization.
Oh, Jeff Bezos
is... Okay. And I don't know if you know this, but he recently just gave up his seat as the CEO of Amazon.
Did he?
Yeah, and took a chair position. Ultimately, he's still in charge of things. But he wants to focus on more philanthropic.
Okay, that divorce got to him, man. He sees his wife taking his money, and me, JB, hating on people like that. He don't like it. Okay, Jeff Bezos, you and Miss Funk, go ahead and enjoy yourself up there. Yeah. When you come back down, we'll talk more about your philanthropic activities and see if you can move off my fucking shit list here.
There you go. Let's see, see if you can win JB's respect, Jeff. All right, we got to go to break. We are so behind and over today. All good though. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Podheads.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. We've got. I feel like we've got a crooked camera. We've got.
We're a little everywhere today.
Yeah, we're a little out of sorts. To be honest, so what's going on is I'm in the middle of selling my home, like everyone else in Florida right now, and so I've had people coming in and out to view it, and I've had to take all my equipment down and reset it up. And it's just been truthfully kicking my ass. Anyway, I forgot to tease this. I can't believe it. Speaking of being a mess, forgot to tease this early in the episode. But we're gonna have a call.
Yes,
this is really cool. We're gonna have a call from Jack Connor. There's the front man of Vertebreaker. And if you're in the Tampa area, especially, and you're into good music in Central Florida, then you've probably heard of Vertebreaker. These guys pretty freaking sick
Yeah.
rock band out of Tampa. Or actually, when I met them, they were out of Tampa. I'm not sure where they're at now, but they've got a concert going on this weekend, Saturday, September 10th.
Okay.
Not September. What the fuck? What month am I in?
Holy
Saturday,
smokes.
July 10th. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So, I just wanted to kind of call Jack up
see what's up.
and say what's up, see how he's doing.
Absolutely. I remember Jack, and I guess we'll wait till he gets on. But yeah, back in the day, GCW.
So we'll call him, chat with him for a bit, and then we'll get on to our main story about Sha'Carri Richardson, a hero, a pioneer,
Yes.
in pot, if I will. If
She
you
might
will.
be. She might be.
Anyway, so let's give him a call. Are you gonna keep time?
I am. I got it right here. So we're at 30. I'll take care of it from here.
Yeah, just start the time when we call him.
Sure.
Because all this matters for us radio anyway. So let me get the Bluetooth hooked up here. So the Rodecaster is really sick. You can hook up via Bluetooth to it to run your audio in there.
The Roadcaster. Yeah. I mean,
shout out to our friends at Car Guy Coffee Podcast for putting me onto that.
yes, definitely. Shout out to you guys out in Kentucky. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I don't think it's working. Twitch. We love you guys out there. Yeah.
For sure.
So
All
Frank
right, so let's give Jack a call here.
calling our boy Jack Connor out of Tampa.
I want to mute that real quick. So I don't catch him off guard. But yo, hey, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Hey, man. I got you. I got you muted right now because I'm on break. But you might, if you're watching the actual live, then they'll hear me. But anyway, I was wondering if you have a few minutes to talk about Vertebreaker and everything going on with you guys. I'll put you in, patch you in, and all that.
Yeah, dude, I was tuning in on Facebook, so I know
Sweet.
it's
Nice.
there. But I appreciate the kind intro, the words.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, and again, I'm willing to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So.
Cool, man. Cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us back from break, playing some of your music, and then I'll bring you on. All right.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to this.
Cool, man.
Hear from you guys again.
Yeah, man. Likewise.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
been a long time.
All right. Give me a second. So I want to play some of this music. You're back in the cipher with the Podheads, folks. We've got some music playing in the background from Vertebreaker. Pretty sick. I mean, I was listening to this earlier, and I wanted to play this coming back from break just because of the sick intro. And I got frontman Jack Connor on the line with us. Let me patch him in. Jack, you there, bud? Hey, what's up? So,
What's up, man?
There we go. Now I
Thanks
got
for having me
him
on the show, man. It's been way too
There
long.
he is. It's been way too long. I
Way
think
too long.
GCW back in the day. That's how long it's
Yeah.
been, brother.
Yeah, man. That's how I met you guys. Was
That's
when we
right.
were doing commentary for GCW, our buddy Jeremy's wrestling company out of Tampa.
Yeah.
And I've known Jeremy for years because he used to play in bands, and I used to live in Tampa. So that's how he and I knew each other. And he asked me to help out with the wrestling stuff, and that's how I met you two guys.
That's right.
Yeah, we were doing some
Good old
commentary together, so that was cool. At the time, I didn't even know you did music until you mentioned it, and I was like, "Damn, check you out!" And it's always really impressive.
It
when
is.
you meet people that are like super down to earth and normal, and then you play their music or
banging
something,
out.
and they're ripping shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Thanks,
Jack Connor.
man. Yeah, well, thanks. I like to keep it that way. It's kind of like Clark Kent and Superman are still the same
Yeah,
guy.
it really
So
is.
I look at it
Man.
that
Just
way.
put a mustache and some glasses on, and you're freaking the rock star here.
that's
There you
pretty
go.
crazy.
Look at him.
Do you, I hate to get right into questions, but let me just, do you find any way, like, how do you prep for something like that? Because I like to ask, especially musicians, how they turn the switch from
Yeah.
something like just a normal conversation because I couldn't
right?
sit here and just be like, I'm me, Frank, right now, and then jump on stage and put on a crazy performance. Yeah,
that's crazy.
How do you hype yourself up for something like that, man?
You know, I don't know, man. I've been doing it for a long time now, and you know, I'll say this: like when I'm on stage, it's one of the few places in my life where I feel really uninhibited, where I feel like I'm really in control. It's like, okay, I'm exactly where I need to be. Off stage, I'm a pretty normal guy. I don't really even have like crazy long hair or tattoos or anything. You know, you wouldn't look at me and suspect, oh, this is a guy in a rock band. But when I get up there, I feel like I'm in the right place, and hopefully that comes across to people who come see our shows. So far, you know, people seem to like us. I mean, maybe not everybody gets it, but the people who do, I've been very lucky to have people who've supported me over the years. So it's always great getting a shout out, especially on new platforms like this show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate it. So talk to us, man. Tell everybody who's listening about your band, about, you know, because you guys been out for a while, right? I remember you talking to me about you guys for a few years. So let everybody know about, you know, who Vertebreaker is, who the members are, and what you guys are all about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I started the band back in 2013 when I was living in Melbourne, and we've had a couple different guys come in and out, but you know, for like, I want to say 5 years going strong, we had sort of the same lineup until around, I want to say February of 2019, where some of the guys started to fall off, and you know, no bad blood, no drama there. It's just the other guys kind of wanted to go do their own thing, and but we were still sitting on this record that we haven't put out, and that it's still being mixed right now, but it's just for one reason or another there's been delays, and I just figured, like, you know what? I never thought I would be in this position, but I want to see if I can try and keep the band going with some new guys. And, like, you know, I kind of like almost like what Axl Rose did for a stretch there, where it was just him as the only original guy, but he still kept Guns N' Roses together.
Sure, yeah.
That's kind of, I never thought I'd be in that position, but that's kind of where we're at. But thankfully, I found like 4 other guys who wanted to keep it going, and I've been bringing some great new stuff with them. And we were just getting, we were just kind of getting started, you know, getting back out there, and then COVID happened. So,
gotcha.
So, and our last show was in March of 2020, right before the world shut down. But, you know, it was a long process trying to rebuild the band like that and trying to get, you know, these recordings mixed, and that's still going on. But I'm very happy to say that our first show back in over a year will be this Saturday, July 10th, at Orlando Brewing.
Orlando Brewing.
There you go. There's the poster, man, right here in Orlando.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man. And that's your lineup for your next few shows. So I see that you guys, soon as COVID went down, you guys got right back to it. So that's awesome, man. That's good to see.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, I mean, originally I looked at Orlando Brewing a couple months ago just because, I mean, you know, not to get too personal, but like my wife was a little concerned about me going into some of these pubs because like the numbers were still up, and Orlando Brewing is an outdoor stage, you know, with tents over top of it. So I was like trying to compromise. I'm like, Dave, if I play this outdoor stage, is that cool? And she's like, yeah, I guess so. So
the wind will take it. The wind will take it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right, but thankfully now things are opening up a little bit more. But this was months ago when I was looking to play again. So, you know, it ended up working out pretty well, and we've since booked a few other shows as well. And it's really exciting to get back out there. And I'm nervous, but I'm also really excited.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I feel you on that. I don't think, you know, I mean, if you're up on stage and out in the open, I hope you'd be good. You know, at least I would hope so. But I'm just gonna go ahead and think positively, put good vibes.
See, I tell you, women always be putting the worst things out into the universe. Like, I know COVID's around, I know it's happening. Just
that's how women survive. Don't worry. That's it.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, it's like, you know, we got the jab. I'm good. You know, it's fine. Let's just do this.
There you go. Let's rock and roll here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. So talk to me a little bit more about your music. Talk to me a little bit about your songs, your process. What kind of what kind of audience are you guys catering to? You know, who is your fan base?
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing is, like, I've gotten positive responses from people, like, who are, like everyone from, like, young kids to people in their 60s and 70s. And, I mean, honestly, I've just been a huge rock and roll fan my entire life. I've loved everything from the Beatles to the Stones to through the 70s to Led Zeppelin to Kiss, Black Sabbath, through the 80s, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, through the 90s to Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and you know what's going on, what happened in the late 90s and early 2000s when I was in high school. Obviously, that kicked in. You know, I loved Creed, Disturbed, Seven Dust, Alter Bridge. You know, all these bands. So it's like my music has always been kind of a hybrid of that, but ultimately we're a rock band. People want to say that, you know, maybe we're metal or this or that, but I mean, I don't even know if we'd be considered like heavy metal because, like, I mean, I'm not much of a screamer. It's just to me, it's just hard rock, basically. And I think that encompasses a lot of different sounds. Like one of my favorite bands of all time, Queen, and like I've always tried to go for something like that, where it's like those guys kind of did whatever they wanted, but you know, it all kept that rock bass in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, man, I get, you know, as I listen to your music, I get a feeling of, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of modern rock music. And JB rides with me all the time. I listen to a lot of older stuff, basically like maybe early 2000s and back.
Right.
You know, but I really love, you know, 90s, 80s, 70s music. Yeah. And I'm a fan of oldies too. So when I listen to your music, I get a feeling almost of nostalgia. Not of like old school, but it sounds like, I don't know how to describe it. It does not sound like that overproduced radio crap that is just out there right now. The stuff that I can't stand. It reminds me of the rock and roll that I like. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, opening with crazy licks, you know, I don't know. I'm just really, I enjoy music, man. It's good stuff. Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And I was always very careful to not necessarily be like a retro thing. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to go for a nostalgic thing, but like, there's certain things I love about rock music that are timeless. You know, singers that can really like sing and like take their voice someplace. And guitar players who can just play awesome solos. And just, you know, pounding drums and just having that energy and the musicianship too. That to me has always seemed like a timeless thing. And I'm not necessarily trying to copy one particular decade or era. You know, I love to like mix the old school and the new school and just whatever comes out. That's what Vertebraker is. That's something I've always gone for when, you know, whenever I've put stuff out there.
It comes across. I mean, you hear it. You just said it. You hear the oldies. You hear your inspiration. So yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, bro. So you got the show coming on July 10th in Orlando. What time did you say it was again?
The show starts at 7 p.m. and it's a free show. You know, there's free admission. I believe it's 21 and up because I mean it's Orlando Brewing, so you're going to have craft beers there and whatnot, and then you're going to have plenty of food trucks and all kinds of stuff. And there's going to be 3 other great bands besides mine. There's going to be this brand new young band called Subject to Change out of West Palm. And then 2 other bands that have been around for a while that we're really good friends with. There's this other band, Vapid, really cool, like 3-piece, very much like almost a throwback to like sort of a 90s grunge style, but they're a really great band, Vapid. And then Auditory Armory, who are sort of like a gothic metal, but like they're a fantastic band, and their bass player actually is a former pro wrestler. His name is Justice Maynard.
Oh, okay,
cool.
So yeah, it's going to be Vertebraker, Auditory Armory, Vapid, and Subject to Change. 4 amazing bands. It's going to be a great night of music, and you know, plenty of craft beer, plenty of food. It's going to be a really great night. So if you're in the Orlando area, and if we're not totally rained out by you know, Hurricane Elsa or whatever is going on out there, I'm praying that the rain holds off on Saturday night. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see. But that's the deal about that show.
That's cool, man. And where can people, where's it located? Where can people find more information? I see here, facebook.com/vertebrakerband.
Yes. Facebook.com/vertebrakerband. And it's a little confusing because we've got a couple different, you know, handles online there. But at Vertebraker FL on Twitter, FL is in Florida. And then for Instagram, it's just at Vertebreaker, VERTEBREAKER. So, awesome. Yeah, at Vertebreaker on Instagram, Vertebreaker Band on Facebook, Vertebreaker FL on Twitter, and you can find us on Reverb Nation if you want to listen to some of our stuff. We're also on YouTube and on Spotify and across all digital platforms. Check us out.
Awesome, man. All right, listen, bro. That was Jack Connor from Vertebreaker to this Saturday, July 10th, 7 p.m. Orlando Brewing. Check them out all over Facebook, social media, and go check them out. It's a great thing to do on a Saturday night.
For
Drink
free
some
too.
beer, eat some food. Everybody loves
great
food trucks.
music too.
Some good music. I love live music, especially good.
Yeah, man.
Music,
you guys ought to stop by if you can. I know you're in Orlando too.
Yeah, actually might do that.
Maybe.
Actually might do that. So I'll hit you up. And go out there and show some love, bro. I think I might have some time.
It.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's also. I also forgot to mention it's going to be hosted by the Kitchen Killers, who are a great duo. They've got a really popular web show, kind of like what you guys do. Okay. Like they go into different kitchens and they're an acoustic duo that they sing and play in like other people's kitchens while food is being prepared behind. They have a really cool show. I'll have to drop some links, but they're going to be there. They're going to be hosting it and emceeing the event as well. So if you're a fan of the Kitchen Killers, I'll share their stuff as well. But they'll be part of the show as well. So it's going to be a great time.
All right, man. Awesome, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you guys. We got man. We got to come back and talk a little bit of wrestling on the show one of these days.
Oh absolutely. Yeah, you already know it.
You're welcome to.
Or just whatever else you want me to give my hot take on.
Hell yeah, bro.
Cool, bro. Thanks again, Jack.
All right, man. Stick around during the break. We'll play some music.
All right, thank you, boys.
All right, brother.
Cool, man. Thank you, guys.
No doubt. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we'll definitely get together. I don't know what y'all going on this weekend, JB,
I don't know. A lot of things are happening this weekend. But if we're free, hell yeah. Why not? No lady. Yeah, live music is awesome. No matter who it is. It's just something about the vibe, you know? That's a good point. Thanks a lot, brother. We'll talk soon. Later. Yeah. Yo. Shout out to you guys if you're still out there, world, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. We love you guys. Jack Connor, he's our boy. Check him out. Check out his Instagram, his music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so Jack Connor, Vertebreaker, all that good stuff. You want to bring us back?
Sure.
All right, man.
Yeah. What's up? JB Perez in the cipher with Fank the Tank. We're the Podheads. We just finished a great interview with Jack Connor, Vertebreaker. Free show this Saturday. I don't know the address because I'm high, but check out his Instagram.
Google
there
that shit. You're an adult.
Yeah. Get on your phone. Google that shit. Thanks, Jack. You're welcome anytime into the cipher. We'll catch up soon. Let's do that. Let's do the last segment here, brother.
So yeah, unfortunately, a pioneer in pot.
Yeah, I think she will be. At least
Sha'Carri.
in the recent memory or in the recent battle for legalization in this damn country. Here we go again. Here we go again. Groundhog Day. When are we going to get over the fact, or not get over the fact, take in the fact that cannabis is not a performance-enhancing drug? In fact, it's quite the opposite. Yeah. You know what I mean? So why would homegirl not be allowed, the fastest sprinter in the U.S. this year, not be allowed to go to the Olympics?
I don't know, bro. Unless you haven't been paying attention, Sha'Carri Richardson, probably the most talked about thing going on in the U.S. right now, right? Yeah. Sha'Carri Richardson, she's an American track and field sprinter. Mm-hmm. She competes in the 100 and 200 meter race.
Yeah, she's fast.
Yeah. She's from LSU. She's a Tiger, right? Mm-hmm. And she broke the record, the NCAA championship record back in 2019 for the fastest 100 meter, I guess, run.
She was lined up to be the U.S. gold medalist. Like, I don't know the runners in other countries, but she was
the qualifications,
and smoked everybody.
They call those and killed it.
Yeah, smoked everybody, and the 200 was probably expected to do just as good, and the relay. Yeah. So she was going to win some gold medals, and apparently she got popped for cannabis.
Positive for cannabis.
Are you kidding me? They tested her the day of that event, and therefore that event becomes null and void. She gets suspended for a month.
A whole month.
And
which would allow her time to race on the relay team, but because her coaches had already picked the 6 members of the team when she got suspended.
If it was about winning the race, homegirl would be on that relay. Okay, it's about the look.
It's not about winning the race.
No,
it's about what's fair. At least according to the coaches said it wouldn't be fair to remove a player, right? When she got suspended, we thought she was suspended.
I see what you're saying.
So we picked our relay team.
Gotcha.
And, it wouldn't be fair to kick somebody else off to bring her back.
I understood, like, she was lined up to be on the relay, and then they kicked her off kind of thing. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, now she's not going to Tokyo, bro. She's not. At all. She just lost on her dream because she smoked some cannabis. And from what I read, quote her, she was like, she found out that her biological mother had passed.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like a spur.
And she found out from like a reporter.
Yeah,
too.
like a stranger.
She found out from a reporter who was asking her that she didn't even know.
She didn't even know. Like, so imagine you put yourself in her position, and
she was a wreck.
Right, a panic. Emotional stage.
At least that's what she said.
I like it. No, it's obvious that she is a weed smoker. She's don't
hood.
She's come on.
She's
the fastest woman.
And it's okay.
Come on, it's
that's
fine.
Okay.
That's the thing. Like, we have politicians, even Republicans. Donald Trump Jr. was like, yeah, she probably should have been allowed to race. Like we are in 2021. I'll say it again. Get over yourself. It's not an enhancement. It's not an enhancement drug.
No, it's not. And that's it. It went against anti-doping, right?
What's
and
the
anti-doping apparently is to prevent contestants, players, whatever, Olympians from having an advantage. But it also is supposed to, I guess, uphold the
integrity of the human body.
No, of the Olympian, the integrity in ethical spirit, and you know what I mean.
She's from Oregon.
It's legal.
It's legal in Oregon. She smoked it in Oregon. How. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm more mad at the Olympics.
I'm mad at the rule.
Yes.
But the rule's there, and she broke the rule.
Man, you sound like Biden these days. The rule's the rule.
So they should just now start changing rules when, on a case. I'm not saying they shouldn't change the rule.
They should.
They should change the rule. But what I'm saying is now we're just, anytime something happens that we all feel bad about, they're gonna change the rule. What kind of president is this?
Okay, so you said a pioneer in pot. There has to be a pioneer.
And she is gonna be that pioneer. She's a martyr.
Damn.
In the weed movement. I'm sorry.
Right.
But she's only 21.
Oh,
she'll be 25 when the next Olympics comes around.
29.
And she'll probably kill it. You know, she'll probably train harder. Hopefully she'll smoke some weed in the meantime, because to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with it. But I hope in the meantime that the Olympic Committee decides to change its rules, because the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, I'm sure that I think Canada, all kinds of different countries' sports affiliates have changed their views on cannabis.
Right.
So how come, and many different countries, the Olympics is an entity that represents the world, right? And so part of the world is A-okay with cannabis.
Like this.
Which means that, we should be represented too in the Olympics.
Exactly. The viewership of the Olympics, more than that, will be perfectly fine with homegirl running, knowing that she smoked a little bit of weed. Like, it's get with the times. Like, yeah, it's time to change it. It sucks that she is going to be the martyr. There has to be somebody. But, your comment about all the other sports, Nevada, I read, the Nevada Fighting Commission, State Commission, boxing, MMA, they are done punishing for cannabis.
Oh, good.
As of today, done. Nice. So and Nevada's Las Vegas. That's where all the big fights.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, it's time to change the stigma, get with the times, Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sucks for her, but you said it, she's 21. She seems cool about it. Oh, she's like, I'm good. I made a mistake. I gotta own that. But damn, that sucks. As a weed smoker, I'm tired of feeling like Groundhog Day. Like there's a story about how we are not taking the signs, the facts, right? The money, the tax money, all this stuff that we say we care about, and right in our face, we don't seem to care about it. And this is just another example of it. So.
Yeah. But she's getting support from a lot of people, like you said. Democrat of New York, AOC, right?
There you go, Cortez.
The superstar, Cortez. Everybody loves Cortez.
I love me some
she said banning marijuana, and I hate that word, reflected systemic racism and called on athletic officials to reverse the suspension. And she called on them. I
don't know about the
I hate the word of racism just being thrown around so liberally everywhere. So I don't agree on that, but I like the fact that she's supporting her. The president... He supports her, but said rules are rules. At least he didn't sit there and say, what the hell is the president supposed to do? You're supposed to stand for law and order.
Man, he's Uncle Biden. His platform, I remember, was student loans.
Every Democrat president gets elected.
That's true,
It's supposed to be the champion for weed.
Jesus, come on. Bro. I hate it. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm reminded of Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps got caught up smoking weed.
He tweeted. He came out in support for her. As did Ricky Williams.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? All kinds of other people.
Come on, it's time. He got caught.
Didn't they take some of his medals?
No. Oh. I think the facts were that the difference is that she popped while competing. Michael Phelps got caught up hitting a bong on a video several months afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
He lost some endorsements here and there, but ultimately he came out just fine. So I guess the facts that it happened in competition, but when you talk about competition, it's not an enhancement thing. I will always go back to it. Yeah. There are no facts that it makes you run faster.
No, in fact, it's quite the opposite.
Exactly. Exactly. So, the rules are rules.
I will say there's a very
it's time to change the rules.
Fine line where I smoke and I just get really good. Where I'm just
in the zone.
And I'm totally in the zone. I get good at anything. Darts, pool, video games, basketball.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell I'm doing, I'm really good at it. But if I take one more hit,
I'm over the cliff. Yeah, exactly. Again, there are no factual bases that cannabis helps in anything athletic. Maybe aerobic, maybe some blood. I don't even know, but
she's clean. She has never come up on any kind of steroid.
I believe her story when she said reporter.
There are people, meanwhile, there are people out there that are freaking trying everything to get away with doping, get away with using drugs, and steroids, all kinds of stuff, and they're popping left and right. And she's the biggest story because she got for weed.
I would say a little bit more because of what she looks like.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I love it.
I love.
She's 21, so I can't say that I have a crush on her.
No, I love her style.
I
all of it.
absolutely love me some Sha'Carri Richardson. I love the fact that she races with jewelry on. I see her racing with freaking. Bangles and rings, long ass nails, orange hair.
Being fast.
absolutely
being
love
fast,
it.
bro.
Do your thing.
Let's keep it super 100. We are older. I don't call old, but she's 21. She is an adult. The generations are like her. They smoke cannabis, okay? They run fast. They're smart. They're into politics. They're into the planet. Like, they're smoking cannabis is not what it used to be, the hippie idea of it. The doctor smokes. Your lawyer smokes. The judge, the cop smokes. The sprinter smokes. Like, come on. It's time to get over yourself, man.
Yeah. It's time to change the damn law.
Let's do it.
You know, I will say this. It's funny because a lot of times when other people pop, they come up with these crazy ass excuses, or they say it was this or it was that. I had a freaking milkshake with the plant THC with hemp-based protein, you know,
Excuses?
some shit like that. She made no excuses. She came forward and said, "This is what happened, and this is why." I think that might have been a mistake on her. And I think if she would have just said, "I'm from a state where it's legal. As an athlete, I need to, I use it to help with pain, whatever." I think she probably would have stood a better chance in her appeal. Because now you got people left and right, my mom died and I didn't do drugs and this, that, and the third. So
that's true.
She probably would have fared better just being a little bit more tactical in what
respect to your point. Respect for keeping it 100.
But I do respect that. Yeah, she's a martyr, a pioneer in pop. But we'll see you for you, sweetheart. Yeah. Anyway, that's the show.
Hell yeah, so, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody watching. It'll be better next time. We appreciate it. All right, y'all.
Podheads.
Right marijuana, that is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads web show.
So, yeah. So you already know.
Yo.
You already know we got to do that for the radio. But, yeah, free Britney, man.
Yeah, we didn't get to it on the radio show.
Bro, you remember this guy right here?
Leave Britney alone!
Yeah, Chris something.
Please!
Chris Rock or Chris...
All I know is
Leave Britney Spears alone right now!
Well, think about it.
I mean it.
This guy is a genius.
Anyone who has a problem with her, you deal with me.
Right? A pioneer.
A pioneer.
Because this was before TikTok, before, in IG Live and stories and all that. This person just straight up put a video out there pleading with the rest of the world to leave Britney the hell alone.
Leave her alone.
Sister's going through some shit.
And he was right.
Yeah.
He was right. That was in 2008 when this happened. And do you remember 2008, Britney? 2008?
I remember her going crazy.
Yes. Okay.
Shaving her head, trying to bust the door down with an umbrella.
That's the Britney
Kevin
that...
Federline pulled,
Bro.
like, the ultimate, like, honey dick.
Honey dick.
To quote,
had 2 babies on her. And said, I'm good. Got fat.
What's that movie? The Interview? Yeah.
Interview, yes.
He honey dicked
Honey
her,
dicked
bro.
her.
Straight up.
Honey dicked me.
Yeah, took her, got her money, got her kids,
and made her
drove
go
her crazy.
Yeah, made her go nuts. Made her go nuts. Well,
and because of that, her dad.
Yeah, because of that. So that's the story. Like, if you don't know, that's the story. She just recently kind of fighting back finally. From 2008 to just recently, or still legally happening right now, she had to go into this conservation relationship with her father. And basically, that's just a legal relationship where an adult who can't take care of themselves is appointed a conservator.
Conservator. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, and because she went crazy, quote unquote crazy. She was, what's the word? She had to go into a crazy house. Like they admitted her. She didn't go.
It's like a Baker Act if you're in Florida.
Exactly. Yeah. She basically got Baker Act, and all that led to her father basically controlling.
Different states have their different things, but
sure. Jamie Spears basically now controls her estate, controls Britney Spears.
Yeah, as if she was a minor.
Yes.
Basically, he's in charge of her health, right? Her health care.
Her health, her finances, and her house, her reproductive organs, apparently.
Yeah, she said that they required her to have an IUD.
Yes.
And that she just wanted to get the damn IUD out and have a kid or something like that.
Exactly.
And they wouldn't allow her to do that. Like, this goes far beyond, her mental health.
Right.
This is controlling.
She just recently, this all started because this has been going. They have recurring,
Shannon Clement.
Shout out Britney, for a life. Free Britney. Yeah. This has been going on, and apparently she finally stood up and said, I want a chance to speak. And she spoke, and she basically said, long story short, quote unquote, it's like sex trafficking. I work 7 days a week. I am forced to have an IUD. They forced me lithium, some sort of drug for something. I can't remember because I'm high. But they were forced to, she said she was forced to take this drug. Like, this is
a Lifetime movie. But dude,
free
Britney.
Bro, this was unbelievable. I didn't know this was a thing. Like, I understand the idea, the spirit of somebody getting Baker Act, not being able to take care of himself, and somebody...
Yeah, sure. At one point, she had a mental breakdown.
2008. It is 2021. You're telling...
But the judge, she just appealed this.
Right.
And I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry,
no, please.
She just appealed this. Like, not appealed, but she just requested from a judge to freaking... Hey,
right.
let me go.
Exactly, exactly.
And the judge, based on her father's statements, Jamie Spears, based on the lawyer's statements, and I guess what the evidence presented, the judge decided that it was best to keep the conservatorship.
No, it's bull. Some people will always argue, like Britney Spears has done really well since 2008. Like, she's done records, she's done shows, like she's really
got
well.
A residency in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, okay. This is not James Spears, and this is her doing her thing, okay. Some argue that that's because of him, because of the relationship, the concert. So, and that's why it should continue. I cry bullshit. Exactly, I cry BS. Yeah. At one point, she shaved her. We started the show, the segment with that video. The whole video shows like, bro, she's going through it. She's still nursing at the time of all of that. I don't know the female body, but I'm telling you, hormones and all that shit is super real. Dealing with a husband who honey dicked her big time. Apparently might have been an abusive relationship in her family. Her father's super controlling. A manager who's in and out, who knows. I remember Britney. I was like, yo, that'd be crazy. But no, she was going through some serious shit. Yeah.
We didn't think about that because the media just want to freaking get clicks.
Yeah,
right?
And that's what it was. Like, that's all we saw. Her shade yelling at the camera. And that's what we remember of 2008 Britney. And no, she was apparently forced into this relationship. Forced into this and as of 2008, she was already complaining about the relationship. Like, they forced her to work crazy shit.
So she said she's gonna retire because of it. She's at least announced, like, at least that's her response to the judge saying no, I'm out. She's like, all right, I'm just gonna retire then. Crazy, this is on the game. I mean, that's over for Las Vegas. I would
what
imagine.
Does that mean? Like, this is sometimes judges. Speaking of judges, I understand the judge there's like the book in black and white, but they run away from judgment, like true judgment, by saying, well, this statute say, or back then, the facts back then, like, they don't take the moment, they don't take the instant and judge about what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Like, Britney Spears is fine, and she's saying that she's being abused, and you're like, well, the fucking book, man. No, do it right. Like, I hate that shit.
Yeah,
no. Pass off the buck, not me.
I don't know, man.
Crazy. Free Britney, bro.
Free Britney. Yeah, I will say that. Like,
crazy.
Devil's advocate. I don't know the other side. I devil's advocate. I don't know what the other argument is to that. I have no clue if she really is low key.
I have to believe her.
Like, I don't know because I don't know.
All
I have is their word and her word. You know what I mean? I feel for her. And blindly, yes, I'll admit, blindly, I would just say, pure emotion, give the girl. Let's see, Clement said for 13 years collecting all that money and only giving her pennies on the dollar. So he's a crook.
He's a thief.
So there's no doubt that he should not be the one handling it.
No,
you know what I mean?
And they lied to her, essentially. They told Britney, like many of us who don't know shit about the law, hey, don't say anything public. That could hurt you in this situation. And they also told her, they didn't tell her that she could just ask the judge to do this. Like, this stupid-ass judge denied it, but at any time before, she could have went to the judge and said, I want out. So in 2008, she could have won out. 2009, 10, 11, all the way to 2020, but she didn't know any better. No one told her. The court-appointed lawyer. A court-appointed lawyer.
Don't trust, bro. Let me tell you. If you can't, I don't care if you have to sell your ass, your kidney, your balls, your house. I don't care what you gotta do. Just don't go with the court.
Dude.
Court-appointed lawyers are not there to help you. Coming from a guy who has been represented by one, coming from people who know many people have been represented by them, they are not there for you. Trust.
You, man. Very rarely there's a courtroom in this country that has the true,
Britney, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, here we go, another white man trying to control a female body, right? We're talking about abortion. Here's another dad saying, a 40-year-old. How old is Britney? Damn near 35, 39.
No, she's
older than us at her age. If my father, if your girl's dad came up and said, put an IUD, you probably slap him, like laugh in his face. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that there's a judge, a courtroom that backs that type of relationship, like, what? Bro, America.
And the judge, I'm sure, is an old white man, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Not against old white people.
No, I do. Especially when it comes to the female body. I am so feminist on that, bro.
They should not be telling women.
Thank you.
Men should not be telling women what to do with
their bodies, period, point
100%.
Blank.
I understand, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe if, being the devil's advocate, if Britney Spears is low-key crazy, then maybe have a female doctor or somebody who can be trusted to help her out rather than her father.
It's interesting you say that.
Maybe at least be open to changing rather than just be like, nah.
It's interesting you say that because she did, when she asked the judge, she's like, I want out without being evaluated. Like, she put that out there. Like, I want out of this relationship without being evaluated. So what is she saying? Like, she doesn't want a therapist to go and ask her questions. So what does that mean? Maybe she is still low-key.
Or maybe she doesn't
man, I don't like
therapists.
It. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It seems like a movie. I'm telling you, it seems like a bad Lifetime movie. No. Where it's like the more you say you're not crazy, the more people think you're crazy. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. She doesn't trust.
And what is it? Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get me or something like that?
That's exactly what paranoid is. No, I think over the last 13 years, she realized that I can't trust anybody in this situation, especially court-appointed lawyers. Court-appointed therapists. Like, no, crazy. Man. She's a grown woman with grown kids nowadays. With her own money in Las Vegas, busting her ass. And she was crazy. She couldn't do that.
Her legacy, Clement just made another comment about, the lawyer she is paying. And it just made me think that this is her legacy. All this money that her dad, all the money that's going to the court in court fees. But it's because, once the judge wipes his hands with this, there's no more court fees. There's no more visits. There's no more money getting. And I promise you, the court fees for somebody like her, I don't know. But sure. I'm sure the damn county is enjoying the money.
They're sure.
My point is, they're sure. Exactly. The point of all this money is coming off of her blood, sweat, and tears, including the work that she's currently doing right now. And she's getting nothing for it. She's getting nothing for it, and they're using it against her. It's a shame, bro.
It should be illegal, and in fact, the legal is actually helping. She can't do anything about it except appeal again.
Nightmare, bro.
Appeal again. and hopefully get something. There's a documentary out about Britney Spears if you're more interested.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of how this all started because there were two fans like Britney Spears. We think Beyonce got the hive rather than crazy. Britney Spears fans are ruthless. Like we saw the video how passionate he was. There's two fans that went deep and dug and made a documentary that pretty much look at her life, basically just Instagramming her life, like just PI shit. Just figure it out. So yeah, crazy.
That's
Britney Spears. Holy shit, free Britney.
Yeah, free Britney.
We're on
man.
your
I feel
side,
for
dude.
you, Britney.
We're on your side, dude.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
yeah. I don't know. Man.
I don't know. Appeal again, and I hope.
You know, I gotta imagine.
Know.
I'll say this last thing because we do gotta get out of here. But I would imagine that something like just going through this, even if you were a little crazy, because I think we're all a little crazy. I know I am. But like just going through something like this would have to make anyone crazy or crazier. You know, and I hate to use that term because, you know, it sounds really uneducated when you're talking about mental health, but you know what I mean. It would really.
It doesn't help the situation at all. She's already emotional. She's already dealing with trauma, like, and then not being able to get help. That has to feel so like terrible.
Yeah,
has to feel
for
terrible.
sure.
I'm with you, Brittany.
Yeah. Free Britney. Shout out to Shannon Clement.
Yeah, shout out to you. For real.
Love us or hate us on these guys. I appreciate any interactions we can get. We appreciate you guys. And that's the show for real this time.
Yep.
We'll see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. The Podheads.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.